All right, I want to show you a few things here. We're just going to run you from just the very beginning to a quick little video. So we're gonna click on new project. We'll click on the template option. Let's pick the chalkboard here. It brings it in. I'm going to let's give it a text title. Right now we are not programming or recording because it's not on, but we can make a title. So let's do something like transformations, and we're good on that. Let's do a couple things with that. Let's modify it just slightly here. Let's get in there, select all of that. Let's go a little bit bigger. Let's make it a normal, nice white color so it stands out, and let's underline it. All right, we're good to go. I'm going to move that up here, kind of out of the way. I'm going to click on my inspector, and I'm going to click on the item, and let's lock it into place. That way, as I'm doing things, nothing can move this. So I'm prepping the stage. The next thing I'll want is some sort of a problem, maybe to demonstrate. So I'm going to go to my Add Media. Let's bring in a file. Let's go to my drive. And in my drive, I've placed some things to use under images and examples. And so we're doing transformations, so let's look at this guy here. So I'm going to import this image, and it comes super huge. It's okay. I don't need to do anything to it yet. I'll bring it in. And again, like I like to do on all things, I like to bring up my inspector, click on the item, lock its rotation. The advantage to that is as I move this thing, I cannot rotate it and make it get weird. So I want to make this nice and large. And let's say I'm ready to roll. So I've set the stage. Everything's where I want it to be. I go hit my record button, and I begin. Let me tell you a little bit about this particular problem. I'll go grab my pointer at this stage, and I'll talk about our G value here. So that means it's going to be the center. I will maybe pull out my highlighter tool, and I might say, let's take a close look at this minus 300. And if we are at D, now remember, a negative direction would imply that it is going clockwise. I know that's weird, but so that would mean 60 to here, 120, 180, 240, 300. And so our answer becomes just simply E, doesn't it? This would be our answer. So if this was the video, we could hit stop at this stage. Now, let's just show you some of the things that have come up or what you're looking at. Down at the bottom, I can scroll back, and what you'll notice is that the video scrolls back. The physical things that I've done is scrolling back with me. The tracks that you're looking at is the audio track, and then when you see that red stuff comes up, guess what? A red marker is being used. So you know exactly what's happening here. I'm using my pointer tool, and then back here there's nothing going on. So as I do this, I have the ability to edit or do those kinds of things. Now, there are a number of tools here. You have trash from this point forward. So if I felt like, oh man, I made a mistake right here, so let's say, let's just play it and see what we get. 20, 180, 240. Let's say I made a mistake here and wanted to restart this. What I could do at this stage is hit the trash can and watch what it does. It cuts everything after that point. And I can just start recording from here again to edit. Therefore, the next thing we want to do is to be able to obtain this value, and of course that would be E. Notice that when I did that, if I go back now, right here was my edit point. Let's play it through. 240. Therefore, the next thing we want to do is to be able to... Do you see how I was able to clip? Now here's the clipped part right here, but really the person does not know that that took place. You have lots of other things that you can do. You can click on an item and delete that item. If we push down on it, you could hit delete and it would take it out of the video. So if I went back here and I held this down, I could delete all of that blue part. It doesn't delete my audio, it's still there, but you have the ability to... So that would mean 60 to here, 1. You have the ability to do some editing. If you wanted to split a track, so let's say you wanted to split your audio, you could hold down your audio and you can see some options. You can split it, means cut it. You can fade the audio. You can delete all of the audio from that point. So we could hit split, and you'll see what happens is, again, that audio has been cut right where you want it. And usually you split audio to insert more or delete it or do those kinds of things. Each of these tools here have lots of different options, but let's just finish up here at this stage. So let's say we're happy with this production. You can always go back to the very beginning of the of our item, and you can always play it. Button, and you can increase the play time and so on. You can also do a couple of things. You can insert. So maybe you want to clip it, put a little excerpt in there. You can insert, and everything gets pushed. Or you can mix, as we did, or you can strictly overwrite whatever is there. So you have 3 options of how to record.